how you handle any kind of skepticism, or if you experience any skepticism, I suppose, firstly, about your abilities as a VI professional, whether that's from students, your colleagues, or parents. How do you kind of handle that if you do at all, if you have to at all?
So I think so far I'm lucky and I haven't had anything, or I haven't been openly told that the people have had an issue with me being vision impaired. But being open and honest about it with people is sort of the best way to go when I got into the role, because I didn't do it in my first school, and I think people just thought I was just a bit socially awkward, as much as I already am. But it's sort of once I told everyone in the school saying, come in, say your name, or else I'm not going to know who you are, and I'm just going to be trying to work out who you are through the conversation we're having and the context.
Mm,
That was really important, and sort of everyone understood it. And I did a bit of VI awareness things at the school as well to sort of share my openness about being vision impaired. And then I was a bit reluctant with parents, but then I got the wrong parent's name and child at parents' evening, and so since then I've always made sure to let them know as well, and it sort of makes things just generally a bit easier. So going in up front and being like, yeah, this is who I am, this I'm vision impaired. Cut out that kind of issue, I
mm.
think anyway.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks for sharing. Anyone else want to chip in here? Um has anyone had any negative experiences you want to share, or any positive experiences to
Um,
share?
so I'd say I've had a positive and a negative.
Mm,
My last school, state school, there was a case where I told my head department I had a vision impairment, and the fact that with my VI, I can't see peripherally, but eventually could become like tunnel vision. So if you think a horse with the blinkers
mm,
on. And I had a class of 30 kids, year seven, end of a lesson, really chatty and noisy as anyone would experience. And one kid decided, oh, it'd be funny to push another kid in my peripheral vision that I couldn't see. Couldn't see it, couldn't hear it. And instead of my head department going, well, I know you've got a VI, therefore you can't see, I was actually thrown under a bus for it. And it was made to be all my fault, even though I was trying to deal with all the noise and I couldn't see it. So
mm,
that's the bad experience I've had. And the fact that some people will just see it as, well, you should have looked properly or you should have heard it, but they don't understand we can't always see and hear. We've got lots of things going on, and sensory overload happens. Whereas
mm,
I'd say my current setting, they couldn't do more for me. As said earlier, like your support network and the people you work for, if you tell them what's going on and what's wrong with you and what you need, then they're going to be fully supportive. And I have that in my current school. My head department, my department are amazing in the fact that they always look out for me and will go, do you need something? Can we help? I have my own classroom, which is a massive improvement in the fact that it's all set up the way I need and I don't have to worry about stairs. But if there is a room I don't like because I have to go up the stairs and I struggle with spiral staircases and depth perception, I just say to them, I can't be in that room, but find a solution and go, right, I need to be over there. And that's made a massive difference for me because I think what some people don't realize, and they should tell them, is that um, they think like normal people, you can manage with different rooms. Whereas by being in the same setting or being on a level flooring, you don't have to worry about 10 other things than just being there and sitting in front of the kids and teaching them. So I think being upfront and honest to people that you know have got your back and your little
mm,
group that have your back is really important, not just to normal people, I think, especially to us VI people with teaching, because then you know if there's a problem, right, I can go and speak to that person instead of it seeing a big explosion's going to happen and go off. And then you always know, right, if I need something, I know who I can turn to rather than feeling like a big fish in a small pond and not knowing where to go.
yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing that, Laura. Does anyone else want to add anything to that before we come to the questions that have been put in the chat?
I'd just
No?
say,
Oh yeah, Jack.
yeah, you've just got to be your own, like your own advocate.
Mm,
Like it's okay to do that. Yeah, this is my message.
brilliant. Thank you.